On the morning of October 6, 1987, David Robert Person, a 34-year-old man from Roanoke, Virginia, left his small apartment for the usual, catching the bus to attend a day program at the VA hospital. He was punctual, quiet, and known to friends and neighbors as meticulous but private. That day, he wore his usual attire, aviator-style glasses, and a blonde hairpiece that masked his balding head. It was a crisp autumn morning, and no one noticed anything unusual as he boarded the bus. Please note this content is for adults only. Viewers' discretion advised. If you haven't yet, hit the subscribe, like, and share. But David never arrived at the VA hospital. He never returned home. Days turned into weeks, and the trail ran cold. Authorities classified him as an endangered missing person, noting that he may have been in need of medical attention. His case remained largely mysterious. Few leads, no eyewitnesses beyond the bus stop, and no known conflicts in his life. For decades, his disappearance haunted those who knew him. Investigators occasionally revisited the case, sifting through old bus records, hospital logs, and local tips, but nothing seemed to surface. David's family, though devastated, never gave up hope. Then in late 2023, nearly 36 years later, a breakthrough came unexpectedly. A historical records researcher reviewing old property sales discovered a small, abandoned cabin on the outskirts of Roanoke. The cabin had been quietly sold in the early 1990s, long after the disappearance, and remained largely forgotten. Inside, investigators found letters, journals, and personal belongings carefully preserved. Among them were detailed writings from David, explaining that he had begun experiencing severe anxiety and paranoia in the months leading up to his disappearance. Fearing he was a burden and that people around him didn't understand his medical condition, he had chosen to vanish voluntarily, retreating to a remote location in the nearby mountains to live in isolation. Investigators were able to track distant relatives through the documents and confirm that David had lived quietly, relying on odd jobs and occasional assistance from a local, sympathetic family who never revealed his identity. He passed away in the late 1990s from natural causes, alone but relatively at peace. While the resolution couldn't bring David back, it provided closure for a family who had lived with uncertainty for decades. It also reminded the community that not all missing person cases involve foul play. Some are the result of fear, mental health struggles, and the desire to disappear in a world that feels overwhelming. In the end, David Robert Person was no longer a nameless case file. He was a man who chose a quiet existence, whose disappearance had left an indelible mark on his family, and whose story now serves as a solemn reminder of the hidden battles people carry in silence. Click on the subscribe button for more interesting content on Crime Chronicles.